maybe just take 3 from the 6, add it to the 7. No, in my head, the 6 goes down to 5. The 1 gets added to the 7 to make 8, and then you take 2 from the 5, put it on top. Put it on top of the 8. That makes 10. Wow. You have the 3 left over, the 3 and then added, and you have 13. All right, let's go. You good? I'm good.
Bueno.
What are we doing at the fair? I mean, shalom, shalom. Welcome back to my aunt's attic. What are we doing at the fair?
What do you want to do?
Yeah, I don't know.
I want to get, friendo from my mom.
Booyah.
I would like to maybe hold a chick.
Oh, sick, yes.
Definitely look at cows.
For sure.
Maybe see a silent film if they have them today. Actually, maybe. I think maybe on that one.
Well, are you able to go sometime again next week? The other day that we had set aside?
On Tuesday? I am free. It's also the only day that I'm free. So I don't know yet.
Well, you got me kind of hooked on the silent film thing.
Well, if we see one today, then.
I do want to try and see one. I have no schedule for anything. I don't know what's happening, so it's going to be... Are we going to get lunch there?
At the fair?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
What do you want for lunch?
I don't know.
Whatever you see.
Yep.
We'll get lunch. We'll get a dessert. We could go to the art show.
The art thing, and we have to go to the... I don't know what it's called. It's where they have a bunch of booths. Little shops.
The Center of Progress?
I don't know.
The...
Like exhibition, like...
Exhibition Center?
Sure.
I definitely... Oh.
We need to walk. Who's that?
My sister's boyfriend. I for sure... He's not calling me. We get both phone calls on both phones.
Okay.
For sure, I want to look around at all the things.
There is one part of... I think it's in the Exposition Center. Expo Center. Whatever.
Wait, no. The Expo Center is not where all the little shops are.
Okay. Whatever all the little shops are.
What's the one?
I call it Expos because it's just like...
The Expo Center is the one that's like way on the end. Like, here's all like the rides and stuff. Like, here's everything else.
Yeah.
You know where the rides are?
Yeah.
The Expo Center is on the end.
Oh.
There it is. We don't need to go there. Nothing is happening there.
Okay, then no. Wherever all the little shops are, they have,
what is
at
it
least
called?
the last couple years, they've had, like, local artists. They've brought all their art, and I need to
your
see
Avatar things.
if they have my Avatar
They had them last year.
Well, I figured they had them, but I want to see if they've expanded what they have, because I have the 4 that I saw.
Mm-hmm.
I have Zuko, Katara, Aang, and Toph, the 4 elements, but I really want Suki and Sokka to round off Team Avatar. So...
Yes, we will look there. What is it? What is it called? That building?
I don't know.
What's wrong with me? I don't know. Anyway.
I'm not good with words today.
It's alright. It's just a podcast.
It's just a podcast. I really wish I could explain how my brain works and feels about things. How do you math?
Ooh.
What goes on in your head when you're doing math?
Well, give me an example, because it depends.
47 plus 28.
Okay, so immediately my brain goes, I know that 7 and 8 end in a 5 when you add them together.
Just that they end in 5 when you add them together. That's it. That's the first thing.
Yep, and then I go, what were the 2 numbers again?
47 and 28.
Then I go, okay, 4 plus 2 is 6, but I know that the 8 and 7 had more than a 10, so I'm going to add 1 to that.
Okay.
So then it's going to be 75.
Okay.
That's how I would do it. And I don't know if that's right. I don't know if that answer's right. But that's how I do it.
Okay.
I hate adding 7 and 8 together. And 6 and 7.
So what goes on in my head, though, is... So do you remember in elementary school, the cubes? The little cube blocks? The adding blocks and everything that you have? That, but with numbers. So, okay,
No, I just feel the numbers as like their own entities with their own personalities.
Okay.
And so when they get together, when they couple up,
okay,
then their child has its own energy. So when I think of 7 and 8, they have their own aura about them, and I'm not going to try to explain it in words because it's not words. It's just like I just have feelings about them.
Yeah.
And when they get together, they make 5, which is their child.
Okay.
But 5 as a child of 7 and 8 is different than 5 on its own.
Yeah. Okay. If you say so.
You asked.
I'm trying to wrap my head around it. That's not how my brain works.
You see blocks?
When I see 7 and 8, it's not blocks. I don't see blocks. I see the numbers themselves. And I imagine kind of like peeling off top of like, so 8, 7 and 8, right? I imagine like peeling a part of the 8 off, and that's a 3. It peels off and it's a 3.
I do that sometimes, but
and it's a small 3 compared to the big 8, you know? Mm-hmm. It's proportional wise. And then I take that 3 and I stack it on top of the 7, and then they meld together into the quote unquote 10.
I think I do something similar, but not with 7 and 8 or with 6 and 7, because they're not as satisfying. But it's like, I have like, when it comes to making 10s, I have like a bottle that you fill up to 10. So say I'm adding 8 and 4. 8 fills up the bottle this much, and then I take, like you said, like I take the 2, and that fills up the rest of my bottle till 10, and then I have 2 left over, so it's 12.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
But it's not like a bottle, it's like a test tube.
Yes. Yes.
But not with 7 and 8 or with 6 and 7. I have to resort to that sometimes if I forget what they add up to. Like sometimes it'll be like 6 plus 7. Oh, I hate that one. But then I'll be like, okay, well 7, there's 3, and then I fill up the bottle. But I don't like those numbers together.
So 6 and 7, you'd think of the way my brain works is so complicated. You'd think like maybe just take 3 from the 6, add it to the 7. No, in my head, the 6 goes down to 5. The 1 gets added to the 7 to make 8, and then you take 2 from the 5, put it on top of the 8. That makes 10. Wow. You have the 3 left over, the 3 is then added, and you have 13.
When it comes to 6 and 7 and 7 and 8, I've kind of just had to memorize it as in terms of like that whole family tree that I had, because I don't like the way that they add up when I'm stacking up a 10.
Yeah.
So I have to just memorize those ones. Yeah. But yeah, I like adding things onto a 9 because I know I just have 1 to fill up to my 10.
I saw this guy who said 5 is the most even odd number.
Yeah.
And 6 is the most odd even number.
Oh, do I feel that way as well? I guess. Yeah.
It made so much sense to me, and I was like, yeah. Do you like even or odd numbers better?
Even. You like odd numbers?
I like odd numbers.
Well, because 2 odds make an even.
No.
It's true, though.
I don't know why, but, like, I don't like odd. I don't like even numbers. Something is just more satisfying about odd numbers. And maybe it is because odd plus odd equals even, and, like, the way they fit together and then completes,
that I can see.
Completes the test tube kind of thing. I don't know. Maybe it's, like, something like that. But I will always take, like, if you're turning up the dial on something, no, I will say the perfect volume-wise on my car is either 10 if I just want to chill, 12 if I actually want to listen to the music, or 15 if I want to, like, jam out to my music.
Mm-hmm.
But then 17 is also pretty good if I'm, like, really jamming. But on my old car, it used to be like 21 or 23. I would turn on my music to 21 or 23. I like odd numbers.
This has my gears turning.
I
turn my music
23 and 27. Amazing. Amazing numbers. Amazing numbers. You know what else I like? I like consecutive numbers. 56, 67, 89. I like those, like, boom boom numbers.
Rocking numbers, some of them.
Yes. But I like going up better than going down.
You know what's a question I have written down on my phone for if I ever come in contact with a deaf person ever again? Is say I'm telling someone my phone number, and it's consecutive rocking. Like, say my phone number is 678. Do I keep rocking? Or do I? You know what I mean?
Well,
because
we learned how to do phone numbers.
67.
You do it in the chunks.
But you can do a chunk of 3. You can.
Well, that's the...
Like how we say it in English. You would be like...
So, my phone number... I almost said my own actual phone number.
I also was going to start rattling my own phone number.
All right, so the local area code around here is 315.
Yeah, you would do 315. You wouldn't do 315.
Yeah.
It's like so how we say it. But then some people be like...
And then
1938 at the end. Like, then you chunk it. That's how you chunk it. Is when you... What?
You double chunk it.
What do you mean double chunk?
19.
Double chunk chocolate.
And 38. But, like, instead of going, like, if it's 1984. That's a book.
It is a book.
Instead of doing, like, 19 rocking to the 8-4...
You would do 1984.
You would still do 1984.
Right,
so
I'm saying what if your area code's 678?
You would just do 678.
But that's not how rocking numbers work.
But it's not a rocking number.
Okay.
A rocking number would be like 98.
Okay. Another question I always have is, how do you sign to spend time? I like spending time with you. Don't know. I had another one written down too.
I feel like that's another one of those things that you have to go a roundabout explanation.
Also, get to know. I want to get to know you. That's what I always, in my head, I say just learn about, but I don't know if that's right. Right? We should practice today. You want to practice today?
I was actually going to sign, like, do you want to use sign language today?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hopefully we don't run into anybody else who knows sign language.
That'd be awkward and really bad. Considering the fact that the last time I went, I did see, like, 3 different signing groups. So yeah, I really wanted to say something. I had an opportunity. He was like, because me and my friend were standing somewhere like in line to do something, but the way the line worked, it made it look like we weren't in line. Mm-hmm. And so he came up to us and he like pointed at it. He was deaf. I saw his group signing. Mm-hmm. He pointed at the line to like, are you guys in line? And I just shook my head yes. I was like, that was the perfect opportunity to be like, yes, we're in line. Like, I was like so irritated with myself. I was like, good job. You just completely slammed that door closed. You big bum.
I've done that. Where, like, people have come into the store, like, a deaf person is with somebody, and they're, like, kind of interpreting for them, and I'm like, why don't I say something? I'm such a jerk. But I also don't want to, like, overstep. You know what I mean? But...
Oh, I think too much. I start thinking too much, then I get really nervous, and then I forget everything.
Well, I also don't want to just look like a level 1 being like, I know sign language! And then I don't.
A, B, C.
And then I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Because I thought it through of, like, my whole, like, transaction process, and I'm like, rewards card. I looked it up. You would probably sign, like, benefits card. Like this, like, benefit, or, like, points or whatever.
Yeah.
That's probably it.
Forgot that. What's this?
That sign sucks.
What is this?
Like benefit, or profit, or score, or points.
Okay, that's...
Yeah.
I was like, I've seen that so much in school.
I don't like that sign.
Yeah.
It's bad. I like this sign. Award.
Award. We like that.
Do you have a favorite? I feel like we talked about this before.
A favorite sign?
Workshop is so good.
Oh, yeah. I was thinking too hard about work. I was like, what is a workshop? Like, what?
Withdraw. That's a good one.
That's a good one. I don't know if I have a favorite. I forget so much that...
I also forget a lot. You know what I was, like, racking my brain about, like, 2 nights ago was... Remember we would be like, you know the da-da-da? That. You remember that whole lesson?
Yeah.
So, you raise your eyebrows. This is you know. Why did we learn... that? Like, you know that. What context do you use that in? What? I don't remember what it's for. I know we learned it. I don't remember what it's for.
You want to end cap things. So, okay, so, when I went to this store?
That.
Okay,
but then,
that? Yeah.
But no, that was its own thing.
That I don't know.
I forget.
Well, the fact that you're putting no on your cheek is not actually correct. It's like
I see everybody do it like this nowadays.
Yeah. People do like for.
Yeah.
Or no, all at their cheek.
I see like if, like all the way down here.
If is like at their cheek level when it's supposed to be up at the temple level. But that's simply because...
No, that's idea. If is like on your cheek. It's just higher up, yeah.
Toward their eye.
This is idea.
Yes. See, I forget things. But yeah, no, that's all because like it's just more natural to be at this level.
Yeah.
And it's is it BSL that they are actually more very...
I don't know.
BSL, I heard that they're this is a terrible way of putting it, but they're less lazy about it. They actually fully do the whole signs. I don't know.
There's this little, there's this girl that I follow on Instagram. She's probably a teenager, and she's deaf, and she makes videos in sign language, and she just does like educational videos about just anything. And of course, I saw one about eczema. So that was awesome.
So I always forget the signs that talk about like the way you're thinking, you wonder, idea. So is it like, okay, you're thinking.
It's like thinking about
something. Dreaming, is it?
Dream, yeah.
Dream. Idea. Realize.
That's respect. This is realize.
See, this I forget all the... Okay, so this is respect. Respect is just kind of like...
Well, like...
chest level. Well,
this is like... It's like directional. Like, this is respect to you. This is respect to me.
Gotcha.
This is also, No, not recognize. Realize. It's realize and something else. I know it's something else. What is it?
That's the thing. The things that go on with the brain. I don't remember.
Yeah, those kind of blend in for me sometimes. Or, like, invent. Or, like...
I thought this was... See, I don't know.
What is that? Concept... Common sense.
How is it?
Just CS.
CS.
What is this? Like, I don't even know when to use that one.
Oh dear. We're gonna
just use it for like conceptualizing, like for like creating something in your mind.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'm
so bad at this.
And if we needed any more incentive to go to Deaf Coffee,
you're killing me.
Someone
Dude, the anxiety is
away.
Unreal. Oh my god.
Well, now I feel like I can't go because now I feel like that's the only reason why I'm going.
Well, that's not true at all.
Well, I've been wanting to go, but of course that happened. Now I feel like I can't go.
Oh, that's the exact opposite. Give it a little bit of time.
I know I have to get a little bit of time.
Give it a little time, and then we'll go.
And then we'll go.
We'll go.
Us.
If we practice first.
Okay, we'll practice all day today.
Okay.
If you want. It'll be easier. It'll probably be loud.
Yeah.
Don't you get so frustrated when you're in a loud space?
Yes.
Space place?
I do.
And the other person, you just like, it's almost so natural to me, like, as if I'm trying to whisper in a loud place, like, I would just naturally go to yell. When it's so loud, I just naturally want to start signing.
Same.
Can't.
Same.
It's so annoying.
Yeah. And every time my family says, like, oh, I can't hear, but I'm like, then learn sign language.
Yeah.
Well, what do you do? Actually, I've been wanting to find a way to kind of promote the fact that I do know sign language because, deaf people don't go to get massages because there's no way to communicate. But, like, I can. So, why not?
I know. I always want to put, like, a sign on the door at Ace, but, like, obviously it can only be when I'm there.
Yeah.
And be like, deaf-friendly space. When I'm here, Mondays and Saturdays.
Bring it with you.
Yeah. I got a pin for my vest that says I know ASL, but I don't wear my vest anymore.
Why put it on your shirt?
I don't like old men knowing my name. I don't like that. I don't like wearing a name tag. And they also, a lot of them get really, like, riled about me not having a name tag on. Like, oh, you don't have a name tag. How am I going to know your name? And I'm like...
What do you need to know my name for?
Did you need to? And this one guy was, like, messing with me, but I was just, like, kind of not having it. And he was like, how am I gonna know what to call you? And I was just like, I don't know. And he's like, oh, then I guess I'll call you Sue Ann or something, or Bethany. And I was like, okay, sounds good. So he comes in and he's like, it's Bethany! And I'm like, you're so funny. You're hilarious. That's such a good one.
Yeah. I'm so tired of being fake polite, I guess. If you're trying to be funny, or don't.
Some people that come in are actually funny. Most people are not. I've
gotten to that point with my family, too. My brother and my dad, they have the same 3 jokes that they use with me all the time. And it's I'm 28 years old, and it's a 28-year-long running joke. I'm like, it's not funny.
Yeah.
How many more ways do I have to say it's not funny until you actually get the clue that it's not funny? Because I'm so tired of having to fake, ha ha ha, so funny. I don't want to do it anymore. But then, if I don't fake laugh, you need to learn how to take a joke.
Mm-hmm.
I take the same joke for 28 years? Are you kidding me? Yeah. No, move on. Oh, and I'm always the one in the wrong. I'm always the one in the wrong if I'm not, like, perfectly chipper all the time, other than the fact that let's realize that you're actually the one who's not funny.
Have you seen, it's a little bit older of a video, but have you seen that video of that woman, like, walking the streets of New York or something, and she catcalls back or whatever, like, she responds, and the guy's like, why don't you smile? And she's like, how about you say something funny? And the guy's just like, yes. It's so true, though. When people are funny, though, I really laugh, and I'm really like, oh my god, that's such a good one. I've never heard that before.
Yeah.
I appreciate when people are really funny. Most times people are not.
No. I have to, like, force myself to fake laugh with a lot of my clients. They're talking about something. Or I'm like, they're telling me these long, drawn-out stories. I'm like, oh, yeah. Uh-huh. Oh, wow. Like, I'm not good at it anymore when I'm tired, especially. I'm like, oh, my God. I can't on Monday, on the most Monday of all Mondays, I had one client just talking, and it was one of those things. At one point, I was at their shoulders, and so they couldn't see me or anything, and I was like, oh God, shut up.
Oh my God.
I was like mouthing to myself, I was like, please, for the love of God, shut up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm too tired to be nice anymore.
Yeah.
Oh my good Lord. I don't know if I had. Did you have anything? We really are just rambling away. Oop, that's not that right thing.
I wanted to tell you last week about this lady that I had come in, but I don't remember it, so I'm gonna go back to the message that I sent to my group chat and see if I can jog my memory.
I still have my list of podcast topics from like 3 weeks ago. So we're gonna delete all that. Start fresh.
Fresh.
You know what I haven't talked about in a grand total of like 5 minutes, and it's breaking my heart?
Your
Dorian!
I knew it was going to be that.
Oh my God, Dorian!
That's ridiculous.
So much. Oh, it's killing me. These books are killing me. It's just trauma. Oh my God. Trauma! You should read them. They're fantastic.
Oh my God. I start school on Monday, and I got my book list, and this one class has 3 assigned books, and they are they're not textbooks, they're like books. Like, one of them is Pride and Prejudice, and I'm freaking out. If I have to read them, I will maybe die.
I'll read them to you. I'll come over, I'll read them to you.
How long is this gonna take, though?
I'm a good reader.
I bet. I believe
said, like, oh, you should do, like, audiobooks and stuff, which I would love to do audiobooks if I didn't have to do the voices.
Yeah.
Because, like, audiobook, if you're not doing a graphic audiobook, you have to do all the voices, and so you have a woman doing, like, a man's voice like this, and I'm like, that's really freaking awkward.
Yeah, just read it to me. They're $3.
What's the other 2?
I don't know.
I'm intrigued. I want to know.
Here, actually, I took a picture of them.
There you go. But I'm currently in the tandem read with Empire of Storms and Tower of Dawn. I think anybody who reads Throne of Glass series for the very first time, you should have to suffer the way I did. Suffer the way it was written by reading them just in consecutive order. Assassin's Blade is either 3rd or 4th or whatever, but it's a prequel, whatever. But I'm rereading it, so I read it the first time the proper way. Empire of Storms ends on a cliffhanger, and then you have to suffer and agonizingly wait while you're reading Tower of Dawn to then finish off with Kingdom Ash. But I'm reading the tandem read, which makes it so much so much better because you're not waiting around for all. But it's 2 books that are both like 700 pages, so I'm carrying around 1,400 pages.
Oh my god,
it's a lot. What are the books?
Pride and Prejudice, Lady Audley's Secret.
What?
Lady Audley?
Lady Audley's. Oh, Lady Audley's Secret.
Don't know that one. And The Quickening.
Nope, never heard of that either. Lady.
That is it.
Audley's Secret. Mary Elizabeth Braddon?
Mm-hmm.
Don't know. Oh. It's only got 3.78 stars.
Not good.
Not good. I don't read hardly anything other than if it gets like at least 4 stars on Goodreads. What is it called? The Quickening?
The Quickening by Elizabeth Rush.
Oh, that's Fiona McIntosh. That's not it. By who?
Elizabeth Rush.
Elizabeth Rush.
I don't want to read.
The Quickening, Creation and Community at the Ends of the Earth by Elizabeth Rush. It's got 4.12 stars. That sounds boring as all heck.
I'm so scared.
Really? An astonishing, vital book about Antarctica.
What?
Climate change and motherhood from the author of Rising, finalist of the Pulitzer Prize in General Nonfiction. Ew!
I'm gonna fail this class.
Ew, that sounds terrible.
I gotta get out.
Lady Audley's. We're gonna go back to this real quick.
I gotta get out. I'm gonna
Lady Audley's Secret. Weathering Critical Scorn.
Oh, we got a parking pass for today.
Oh, sick. And what lot?
Oh, wait. I don't know. It just says brown and gray opens 6 a.m. Orange lot opens 9 a.m. No refund, no exchange.
Interesting.
I'll ask her.
So Lady Audley's Secret. Weathering Critical Scorn, Lady Audley's Secret quickly established Mary Elizabeth Braddon as the leading light of Victorian sensation fiction, sharing the honor only with Wilkie Collins. Addictive, cunningly plotted, and certainly sensational, Lady Audley's Secret draws on contemporary theories of insanity to probe mid-Victorian anxieties about the rapid rise of consumer culture. What is the mystery surrounding the charming heroine? Lady Audley's Secret is investigated by Robert Audley, aristocrat turned detective, in a novel that has lost none of its power to disturb and entertain. Okay.
I think I'm good.
Not something I would pick, but not horrible.
Hopefully I don't have to, read them alone.
Wait, did she finish? Did Jill finish? She better give it 4 stars. She finished one of my favorite trilogies.
Who?
She did. She'd give it 4 stars. Nice. What? One of my absolute favorite trilogies is the Prison Healer trilogy. Prison Healer, The Gilded Cage, The Blood Trader. So good. So good. I've never read books with more twists and turns and surprises. And every 5 minutes it was like, oh my god, a reveal. And oh my god, I can't believe that's happening. What's happening? It's so good. But only if you're not someone that, tries to put things together. I read what's on the page, that's it, I'm right there. I don't look forward, I don't look backward, just give me what is. And It will be a fun time. Love that trilogy. She is currently reading The Wren in the Holly Library.
I hate reading.
No.
It makes me sleepy.
You don't hate reading, you just don't.
I hate reading.
Please stop it.
It hurts my brain. It makes me
You not liking to read hurts my soul.
I would like to read. We talk about this I feel like every day.
Because books are the best thing ever. Why would you settle for living one ordinary life when you can live thousands of extraordinary ones?
Because I don't have the energy or the capacity for it. I don't even have the capacity for this one.
Well, those ones are boring. Oh, even
my life.
Yeah, no, this was boring.
It is. That's how I like it.
You like boring life?
Yeah.
I like being content. I'm very content where I'm at right now, other than the fact that I want my cottage in the woods. It's driving me crazy. My Pinterest board is immaculate. Oh, I love it.
It is. I had you send it to me.
Yeah.
Very bueno.
Yeah. And I don't like wanting things. And I want it. I want it. And I can't have it right now. And it's making me sad.
Sorry.
I'm really stuffy.
Me too. The weather, it's freezing.
Yeah, it's really messing with me.
But it's so weird because once it's spring and then it's the first day that it's 60, it's like, oh my god, it feels amazing. This feels freezing.
It
feels like
also,
it's 40.
It's also because it's very damp.
Damp.
Because it has not stopped
Dank.
raining since eternity. Like, oh my
I watched the guy mow his lawn in the rain. Didn't think that was legal. Didn't think you could do that. Can you do that?
I mean, I don't think it's recommended.
He did it.
Because it can clump.
He was in a rush.
It can clump real easily. Get clogged up.
I feel like I'd prefer that it clumped.
No. Can gunk up your mower.
Oh, gunk.
Don't like the gunk. Gunk.
Mowing a lawn is exhausting.
I like the monotony of it.
It's exhausting.
It is. But that's also why when I have my cottage in the woods, I don't plan on having like hardly any yard. I want just enough yard to be able to function and do like I want an in-ground fire pit.
Ooh.
So I would need a little bit of yard around that to deal with. And I would want just enough yard to have some space for like my nephew to
do a clover lawn.
That's what I want. That's what
and
I
then
want.
cut it with one of those like manual
open
blades.
reel blades.
I love
those.
those.
I had one of those. The only problem with those is that it gets stopped so easily. If you run over a twig, it's getting jammed.
That makes sense.
And so with me being in the woods, there's gonna be lots of twigs probably in my yard, and so but I did have one, and I did like it very much. Not having to deal with the gas and the crazy and the noise, and yeah, it was nice.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Mm-hmm. But yes, I do love clover yards.
Me too. Really cute.
I saw a thing, I think I talked about it before, the fact that grass was originally supposed to be used as a tool to show off your unnecessary amount of wealth. What's up?
Hey. What's up, player? You want to join?
Yeah.
What you got going on today?
I'm getting sushi.
Ooh, with who?
And Ben.
Ooh, I want sushi. Ooh.
Ew.
You're getting fair food.
Ooh.
You're alone on that one. What? You don't eat sushi.
I do.
You eat fish?
No.
What?
Vegetarian sushi.
That ain't sushi.
Hmm?
That's not sushi.
It's sushi.
Meh.
Now sushi doesn't sound like a real word to me because I've said it too many
The
times.
S in sushi stands for seafood.
It doesn't stand for anything. Sushi is a word for the type of rice that they use.
Wait, what?
Oh, it's just
Sushi is a word for the rice that's used in sushi. So when you say sushi rice, you're saying rice. Look it up.
That's how chai is.
Yeah.
chai chai.
Chai tea is chai chai. Or chai,
TT.
it's TT. There it is.
TT.
How do you feel about grass?
What time?
Just grass in general.
In general.
Grass,
Grass.
having a lot of grass and having a lot of yard
Are you sniffy too?
is,
My nose just started running.
We're all sniffy.
it's dog funkatitis the air or something.
They farted on Danielle like 4 times. Like apparently really bad.
I think
Come
that
closer to this because you're always coming quiet. Not that close.
the urge to scream into the microphones every time. It's
Do not.
or to be like ASMR. But I know that the viewers wouldn't like that.
Danielle wouldn't like that.
I don't
I
like
love
it.
ASMR.
I don't like it.
No, because if I was listening to a podcast and they started ASMRing, I'd be like,
That's actually true.
get out.
I'm surprised you don't like come in my room and like watch ASMR with me.
Because you don't like, I just like hairbrushing.
Do you know
I
what
get
will
hair
send me
ripping.
over the edge? Again, violently angry.
Mm.
The ASMR with people, the
Mouth sounds?
mouth sounds, like the hard consonants and the
I don't
the-
like those.
I will punch babies in the face to avoid that.
I'll just punch a baby for fun. I'm just kidding.
Grass. I think that grass is stupid for lawns because it's invasive, and there used to be different grass.
Yep.
But now we have this stupid grass that has no purpose.
Yep.
And it sucks. It doesn't do anything for the earth or for wildlife.
Wow, I'm surprised that she had such a stance on that.
I appreciate that.
And then people get so like I hated when we were at Pamela's
Oh, name drop.
in Florida, and they were like, "No, you can't grow anything because then the grass is gonna have like bugs." And all the people in Florida, like in rich neighborhoods, were like, "No bugs."
Oh my god.
So you would get
sterile
like
environment.
fined if you were growing like fruit.
Oh my god.
It was like stupid. I was like, "This is so bad for the earth."
Yeah, our aunt lives in like a community, or lived in like a community.
I hate
Very
it.
sterile
I think it's
environment.
stupid. And then
Yep.
people get so mad when people try to do like wildlife gardens.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Oh, I love wildlife. Oh, I love like wildflower.
The neighbor, like, what is it? The greenhouse? It has like that whole yard that's just like wildflowers.
Mhm.
It's really nice.
I saw someone's video had their entire yard was all hydrangea. Like you couldn't even walk through it because they huge hydrangea bushes. I'm like, I love it.
Those are so nice.
India's house has like a huge fat garden in the front.
So cool.
And also in the back. Her dad just does like gardening flowers and it's nice.
Wow.
But I think having this grass is dumb. And also, I get it for like yard, like playing in the yard. But you could have like different yards. Like I know a lot of people say like
Clover.
clover's better.
Yeah.
Yep.
But then people get mad when you grow clover.
Why?
I don't even get it. I
Well,
think 'cause
that's-
it takes over.
That's it is. It's
But this took over originally. Screw this. It sucks.
that's why I want so much to be like surrounded by woods so nobody can see, nobody has any say in what I'm doing in my yard.
Yeah. It's
Also, you know what's stupid?
nice.
Everyone's like, "Oh, plant trees. They help with oxygen. The grass helps with oxygen." No, it's just the algae. That's the main thing that pumps back oxygen. Or maybe it's like sea.
Like in the ocean?
It's in the ocean. So I'm like, why isn't our number one priority cleaning the ocean? Because it's like that's what's causing most of.
So you're saying that like grass and trees contribute way less to oxygen than like they're made to seem?
Yeah, because everyone's like, "Oh, you know those stupid apps? It's like walk.
I don't know if I full on believe that. I think trees. I think trees are pretty crucial, aren't they?
They are crucial,
But not as
but
crucial
like, they're
as,
like
as you'd think, I guess.
like it's been pumped out
It's the
that trees
algae?
are like number one. It's actually algae. What is the main oxygen? What's the biggest oxygen? The ocean.
Oh, that's
half of
weird.
the planet's oxygen production.
It's from the ocean.
Sick.
Plankton, algae, and bacteria. are the main
Well, I know we
things.
talked about the fact that the whole CO2 level and everything, that's the problem is it going into the ocean. And it's messing things up. It's killing the coral reefs, and that's why we need to strip oxygen out of the atmosphere, or strip CO2 out of the atmosphere to keep it from going into the ocean, killing everything, not giving us. See, it's the circle of life.
The circle of life.
It was very beautiful. Thank you.
Thanks.
That was a good encore to mine. Yes, very good, very good.
That's when you
We had to sing for our 6th grade graduation. We had to sing "He Lives in You" from The Lion King, which is about Mufasa, but we made it about God.
That's cool.
It was stupid. No. And then the first day of 7th grade at a new school, the kid in my class, this one kid had to go up and hold the speaker, and they played the same exact song.
Is that from Lion King 2?
I think so.
Because I don't recall being in the first one.
But he's like stuck there. They give him the speaker, and then all of the kids from our old school that knew the song, they all were just laughing at him, and he had like a beet red face because it was like,
wait, I don't get it.
You
He was playing
cool.
a pre-recorded thing?
No, he was playing. They just had him. They were like, "Oh, this song has a great message," and so they had him.
Oh, they just
hold the
played
speaker
a song?
and they played it, but it was the same one that we sang for sixth grade graduation. Yeah, so he was super embarrassed.
Why did they
but it was
have
funny
him hold it?
because they wanted like
Why
a
didn't they
seventh
play
grader.
like a video or something?
They
That's
had like a
so
seventh grader to be like,
awful.
"Oh, we
That's
have new
terrible.
students." It was
That's
stupid.
terrible.
I felt
Just
bad.
hold a speaker? That sucks.
No, it was terrible. Oh my god. So I was in show choir, and the whole show is done on risers on a stage where your audience is like in the auditorium, like no problem at all. Except for the fact that when my school did like spaghetti dinners and presentations and everything, we would have the risers on the floor in the cafeteria and just have the tables and everything pushed a little bit further back. But the people who were sitting at the tables right in front of the area where all the risers were right there, like right where, like this close from like where you're dancing and everything.
That's so
There was
awkward.
one part of one of the shows where I'm like in the front and the whole front row had to get like down on their knee and like pour their heart out and sing and like do all the thing. And you're literally doing that at people's knees.
Really touching them?
And like kneeling at them. Like,
That sucks. Oh my
it's
god.
so terrible because one of our friends, one of my friends who was in show choir with me had his buddies standing and he was right there and I'm like kneeling at this guy's feet and I'm like, it was awful.
That's so awful.
Oh my god, it was so bad.
That's so cringe.
Oh my
This one time, the like whatever play they were doing for the or musical they were doing for the year, they had all the kids do like basically a flash mob at lunch to like advertise for it. So like all of a sudden in the middle of lunch, like random kids just sat throughout. They stood up and they started playing music over the loudspeakers, and they had hats and they were like walking down the aisles like dancing, and I was just like, this sucks.
There was a sort of flash mob for one of the variety shows. Someone was doing Footloose, and so he started the song. It was just him, and then at partway through the song, he had a bunch of people from the side stage come out onto the stage and start with it. And then at a third point in the song, everybody in the audience, he had a whole bunch of people throughout the audience run up and do it as well. I missed the cue. I was one of the people in the audience.
Oh god.
I went up on the second wave of just the people on the stage. So I'm running up and it's like down the aisle and I'm running up.
Uh-uh.
No, I'm by myself. And so I immediately just turn back around and sit back down in my seat and I'm like, just murder me now. And then I had to get up and run down again when the actual cue. It was awful.
I hate
like-
when I'm in like watching a musical and they're like running up and down the aisles next to me and they're like performing next to me because I'm like, I don't want to look right at them, but they're so close.
I like it. I just have a hard time figuring out where I want to look.
Yeah.
Because Sight and Sound Theater, when I went to go see Daniel
Mm-hmm.
in Pennsylvania, that is a capital P production. Talked about that before. And we missed the first few minutes. They started right on time. Usually it's like, you think, oh, you have a few... No, they started right on time and we missed it. So the doors were locked. We didn't get to see it. And they said, you have to wait because there's people in the audience. Down the aisles. We can't get you through right now. So we had to wait until the first scene was over. And then I walk in and it's like literally this whole huge thing. It was incredible. But because of that, I'm like, if they're running up and down the aisles, I'm like looking here when stuff is going on over here and I'm like trying to figure out where I want to look. I'm like, I like it. It makes it feel more immersive and everything, but I'm like, I just don't know where to look. And I'm missing something. But that is definitely a production that I actually want to be further back. I don't want to be so close to the stage next time I go. Because you're doing like a full swivel, because it's like a fully wraparound and I'm like going like this and I'm like aching by the time I get out of there.
For when we did Sister Act, I told Mom, I said, I was an extra, so Sister Act, it's like, there's no extras. There's only a few scenes with extras.
Mm-hmm.
So I told her, I go, I'm only on stage 3 times. Don't miss the 3 times. And I told her, like, when they were coming. So we'd leave, like, the backstage area to go, like, because we're about to walk down the aisles and go on stage. And I'm in, like, the area where we're about to go, and I see Mom come out to go to the bathroom, and I go, girl, I'm about to go on stage. So I sent her back. I was like, go.
Oh my gosh.
So funny.
That's funny.
I had in middle school, as part of this god-awful play called Dear Edwina, and I was a talent scout who was looking for new people to bring to Lollapalooza or whatever. And halfway through the show, when I was taking my part as the recruiter, I had to, during intermission, I had to go down and there was a seat saved for me in the audience that I had to sit in. And then they were going to shine a light and say, like, oh, the talent recruiter is here, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, no.
But they didn't warn me. So I'm backstage, did the first half of the show. I was just an extra in the first half. Intermission comes. Now I have to go down and play this other part. And I'm just sitting there and I'm like sleeping in the chair because talent person recruiting fell asleep during the show, whatever. So anyway, I run down. It's dark, intermission. Right before the lights come back up, that's when I go down. And so I know that the music is being cued, the lights have gone down, it's dark, I run out. They didn't warn me that the seat was going to be taped.
Oh.
All duct taped, because it was like one of the matinee shows where all the kids from elementary school come. So they wanted to make sure nobody actually sat in it. And a sign wouldn't have worked for these kids, so they had to like duct tape it. And I'm like ripping the duct tape off. I'm like, oh my god, the lights are going to come up and I'm going to be still doing this. And I'm like ripping it all apart. Freaked out. And then
Did you make it?
I did, but because I'm like started freaking out, I started panicking, and so I'm like heavy breathing, hyperventilating, and I'm supposed to be dead asleep. So the lights come up.
Oh god.
They say, "Oh, the talent recruiters are." The light shines. I'm supposed to be pretending to be asleep, and I'm like
heavy breathing. That's funny. Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. My big role was literally me just like laying there sleeping, and then at some other point I left. I went out the back, and then my next part was me calling in to say, like, oh, we want to recruit you, blah, blah, blah. It was just me over the microphone. I wasn't on stage or anything. It was just my voice. And I was like, I tried so hard to memorize my lines, and I'm like, why am I doing this? I was just in the booth in the back, and I'm just reading my lines.
That's cute.
Oh, it was fun, though. God-awful show.
I've never heard of that.
It was awful. Fork, knife, spoon, fork, knife, spoon. It was awful. It was terrible. It was this girl who had like this column, this advice column. People would write into her like, "Dear Edwina, I have a dinner party and I need to know how to set the plates and what do I do?" And then the whole musical theater is just like, first you put the fork and then you put the knife and then the plate and the spoon. It is fork, knife, spoon, fork, knife, spoon. I was, oh my god, that was so bad. It was terrible. Anyway, showbiz, man, I love it.
No.
I was a neon pumpkin.
What?
In Cinderella.
Nice.
During the big transformation scene, I was tech crew for the high school show of Cinderella. Rodgers and Hammerstein's Cinderella. The lights went down, the black light went up, you got fog going across the stage, and then you've got the carriage transforming, and so I was one of the pumpkins, and I just lolloped across the stage. And on the black light. As a pumpkin.
Neon Pumpkin 1.
Yeah.
Danielle Denoble.
Yep. That was me.
Fun. I've never been in anything.
You're missing out, man. It's a good time.
I'll miss.
We should be tech crew for Syracuse stage someday. Let's quit our jobs and just do that.
You said it was a lot of hours though, right? Or
it's a full-time job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I do like Syracuse stage though.
Yeah.
Alright, let's do it.
Yeah. I could take a break from my job. Just for like one show every, you know. Because they're running whatever. What are they doing now?
I don't know.
It's this year's show. Oh!
I followed the girl from when I saw, what is it called? Once.
Yep.
Followed her on Instagram and she's doing a musical called, it's like The Man in the Moon or something, but I don't know if that's at Syracuse stage.
Fly me to the moon.
Okay, we should probably go.
I am hungry.
Yeah. We gotta park. We gotta walk.
We gotta find what we're gonna eat.
Mm-hmm. We gotta kill it. I mean, buy it.
Okay. This episode was boring.
Sorry. I got tired.
I used up all the interesting stuff in the last one.
Whatever.
Free the Menendez brothers.
Do you know about them?
I was talking about them yesterday.
That's weird. How do you feel?
Free.
Free.
Freedom!
His mom was talking about Lisa I was about to say Lisa Frank. No.
Lisa Frank.
Who's
Oh
Lisa
my God.
Frank?
You know
Lisa Frank is an
the like dolphin with like
the dolphins and the neon tigers.
You know Lisa Frank because you always have to tell me.
Yeah, everything was Lisa Frank in high school.
Yeah.
I hate that. I hate that.
That was life. That was life.
It wasn't for me.
I don't know. What was the thing that Mom was watching last night? Like a true
Oh,
crime.
yes. She was watching some true crime
Lisa
thing.
Peterson or something? I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyways, so then we were talking about, like, she was telling Ben and I, like, the story about how, like, they all think it's her husband that killed her, but there's no proof. And then I was like, oh, did you hear, like, Gypsy Rose might be going back? Which, people are just saying that. Like, nothing's been taken, no action has been taken. Anyways.
Oh, wait.
I was like,
I have to
we
tell you
should
about my
free
conspiracy theory, too.
I was like, we should free the Menendez brothers. And Mom was like, why? Because they were abused? And I was like, yes, exactly
Yes,
why.
that's why. Wait, Mom knows about them?
Yeah, because they were, like, her time frame-ish. I don't know. I just think, like, Gypsy Rose got out, but she did the same thing. And she was only in for, like, 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas they were abused. And I don't even know.
My conspiracy theory that I told you about is that I think that Gypsy was in on the con.
Oh yeah.
No, but I mean like her whole life. Like I think like she went kind of along with it and then maybe, I don't know, had enough. And then that's why all that went down. But I think that she was also like in charge of it.
Well, like I said, she has like an air about her where she is trying to keep all her ducks in a row, and it's all very conniving. It just feels like she's planning things and she's manipulating things. And I'm like, if you're doing that now with the press and the try to be famous and try to stay relevant, and the fact that she has one movie and then she was quoted saying like, I would like this person to play me in a movie. Like, girl, you already have a movie. What are you doing? Like, you're done. And she's just trying whatever she can to stay relevant, while also trying to hide her tracks.
Yeah, because she's constantly like, oh, I don't think I murdered my mother. Like, she's constantly like, well, I don't think I did it. Like, girl, you did do it.
But now it's coming out that, yeah. Well, because this whole time she's maintained the fact that she was in the bathroom while it was happening. But now that, I think it came out that she wasn't actually.
Oh, really?
That she was there.
Well, also just the fact that she, like, planned it. She tries to
did
be
you see
like,
that video?
She tries to be like, it was Nick or whatever.
They came out with a video of her that she sent to Nick at the time of her walking into her mom's room when her mom wasn't there. She goes to the bed where her mom would be sleeping and does like a stab motion. And she sent this, like she was like, she made the route for him, basically. She sent him a video of it.
Oh my god. Yeah.
But she tries to be like, oh, I'm innocent, girl. No, you're not.
What is that? Is it a bug?
No, it's a little doo-doo.
It's a fuzzy.
It's a fuzzy
crab.
on top of a grain.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. I would like to be a part of a protest or something someday.
For the Menendez brothers?
Yeah, it can absolutely be for them. I would totally support that. But just in general, I want to be a person.
Do you want to protest something?
I do.
You want
Like with a sign in the street. As long as it's for a legitimate cause.
Picket. Have you seen that SpongeBob with the picket sign? And it's a picket fence?
Yes.
Krusty Krab is unfair. Mr. Krabs is in there. Plotting his oppression. I don't know how it goes.
I don't know either. But I want to be for a good cause, but I want to hold a sign. I want to be part of something, and I want it to not devolve into violence. I said devolve.
Alright. I'm down with that.
So yeah, where do we need to go? Where are they located?
Protests?
No, the Menendez brothers.
I just want to go to a
Just for protests in general.
I don't know where. Probably California, right?
Probably. Somewhere completely inconvenient for my protesting needs.
Protests happen everywhere. For anything.
There's
right?
always the ones on that street.
Oh, yeah.
But they're not for good causes.
I don't even know
I don't really know what's going on
what their
anywhere.
cause be.
That doesn't really feel like a protest, though. It just feels like a rally.
It was also all like 80-year-old people.
Yeah, old people.
You know what I want to be? The smiley face lady.
Have you seen her?
I know this smiley face lady.
You know her?
I know her.
Wait a minute, she's like a local celebrity. Wait, who is she? Wait, tell me everything.
All right, folks, we're headed to the fair. We will talk at you.
What?
I will tell you. I just can't do it on here.
You can't say anything
No.
about her?
No.
Oh my god!
Not on
Is
here.
she really that
Cliffhanger.
happy IRL?
I can't say
Oh
anything
my
on here.
God!
I'll tell you everything. I just can't say it on here.
Wow.
So, folks, we're gonna go to the fair.
Short
This one was a
man
pretty.
mystery.
Oh, this was not a short episode. I thought this was gonna be.
No.
What the heck? Okay, yeah. Okay, we're done. Free the Menendez brothers. Bye.
Bye. Oh my god! What?
I do know her.